service you can trust right here in your community.
You're looking for a reliable title company? Warranty Title Agency is a place you can trust. Whether you're closing in your first home or deed preparation, title exams, or Warranty Title Agency's got you covered. Now, by 227 East Main Street, Jackson, call 740-286-2248.
At Ryle, we believe your education should be personal, affordable, and full of possibilities. Here, you're part of a community that supports your success in the classroom and beyond. And now, there's even more to be a part of, with new traditions and new energy taking shape.
I want to invite you to see what's possible when you learn at a place where everyone knows your name and cares about your future. At Rio, it's all about you, your goals, your journey, and your success, and we can't wait to be a part of your story.
It's that time of year again. It's football season. Stop in and see us at the Sherwood Falks Insurance Agency to learn more about Ohio Mutual. We can help you select the right coverage for your needs. Call us today at 740-286-1708 or visit us on the web at SherwoodInsurance.com.
And now a special thanks to the top tier customers for sponsoring our instant.
Top Tier Customs in Jackson is your local destination for full builds and custom styles. From lift kits on lighting for wheels, winches, and more, we do it all with instant repair. Bring your truck, Jeep, or SUV in today and use it for ride.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Trust the local pros at Red Apple Realty. They know Jackson and Ohio like the back of their hand, and they want to make your move smooth, simple, and successful. From first homes to forever homes, farms to fixer-uppers, they have the keys to your next chapter. If it's residential, commercial, or you're looking for land, their agents will search statewide for whatever you need. Call Red Apple Realty today at 740-577-3600 or visit redapplerealtyllc.com. Need furniture, appliances, electronics, mattresses? Jackson's Rent to Own has you covered. No credit checks, flexible payment plans, and fast delivery, so you can enjoy what you want when you want it. From big screen TVs to comfy sofas, brand name washers and dryers, and now a great selection of tires to keep you rolling. We make it easy to own the things you love. Come see us today at Jackson's Rent to Own, 427 East Main Street, where you get more for your money and a smile with every deal.
It's time to rent to own.
It takes determination to create a successful business. It's never easy, but always worth it. It takes making a leap of faith. It takes patience and late nights to reinvest in a startup. But it also takes asking for guidance from dependable people, all to turn a dream into a reality. Equals Bank, working together, building success. It's not just about saving up. It's learning what it means to earn something for yourself, a few dollars at a time. It's about earning your independence. Every deposit, every goal, every step closer. It's more than just opening an account. It's opening the door to what's next. People's Bank, working together, building success.
You've been watching the Jackson Sports Network, brought to you by Chris Owned, live on the Sports Network.
Broadcasting from the Telegram News Studios at the Stockmeister Plaza, Southern Ohio's best music mix is on Mix 96, WKOV-FM, Oak Hill, Jackson, Wellston, and MacArthur.
everything up for the whole league, not just the Ironmen. And what really kind of hurts is that one of those losses was the Washington Courthouse, but it was during that holiday tournament. So, the whole league's watching for sure. It's a big game tonight, and we're excited to see how it goes.
Well, the Pet Band is here. You can hear them in the background, and it is a huge crowd on hand. Now let's take it to the Coach Max Morrow pregame show and get his thoughts on tonight's big basketball game.
Welcome to the Coach Max Morrow pregame show starring Jackson Ironmen head basketball coach Max Morrow and myself, Dan Morrow. Tonight's sponsors, once again, Sherwood Folks Insurance. Let Dan, Matt, or Jordan handle all your insurance need. They are part of the Ohio Mutual Insurance Company. Also, McDonald's of Jackson, Wellston, Oak Hill, and Vinton County. You know what they say. McDonald's, I'm loving it. Wow, Coach, coming off a huge victory on the road. Any road win in the Frontier Athletic Conference is something to hang your hat on, but a Washington Courthouse team that's been playing really good basketball, for us to come away with a 55-51 point victory, that was special.
It was the tale of two halves. Obviously, going on the road, like you mentioned, in the FAC is never easy, especially against a very well coached. Shannon Bartras, one of the best in the FAC. Courthouse is a very good basketball team. They are close in every loss that they've had this year, and we were fortunate enough to come away with a big road win. Obviously, they had us, pretty tough, dead to rights in the first half. We go into halftime down 10, start the third quarter. I think the lead got all the way to 11, or I'm sorry, got all the way to 12. We were down 12 in the third, and then we woke up and our defense really turned into some offense. We hit some big shots and had a really good second half to come away. Got it tied going into the fourth quarter, had an 8-0 run to start the fourth, and our guys really just persevered and found a way to get a win.
Had to overcome 6 3-point shots by Courthouse in the first half. They hit 3 more in the second half, but 2 of those were late. Our defense picked it up a notch.
Yeah, I was really impressed. Obviously I kind of challenged them a little bit at halftime. I thought our defense was lacking at times. Obviously looking at the film, we had a hand on some of those things, but we just weren't playing with the same intensity that we needed to. Our switching, we weren't switching as hard. We were just a step late to everything. In the second half, I really thought our guys, and we talk about team defense. We can't do it with one, but Charlie Woodard really stepped up and really had a nice defensive effort against one of the better players in the FAC in Mr. Haithcock. And then, everybody did their part. Ryan Simons, CJ Crabtree takes a charge. Dayton Counter comes off the bench, gives us great energy. Bodie Wooford, Stephen Jenkins, Jax Carroll. Everybody did their part, and when all 5 do it together, we forced them into some timely turnovers, and then got out and got in transition and found a way to get some easy baskets.
Defense was the difference in this contest, but I think for the first time, and you and I talked about it, you had 2 players score 20-plus points. Charlie Woodard had a 21-point performance, which we think is a career high for Charlie, and Bodie Wooford does what Bodie Wooford does, and that's put the ball in the bucket. He had 20 points. Those 2 did lead you offensively.
Yeah, those 2 guys were really good all night. Bodie really got us going in the game. He really stepped up in the first quarter, had a nice first quarter, and then we had our dreadful second quarter where I still think he had 4 points. But I don't know if I can remember, and I don't know if I'm saying this wrong, but I can't remember of this 11-year tenure that I've had that we've had 2 guys score 20 points in a game together. Had a lot of 20-point games throughout that career of all these guys that have played for me, but 2 guys together were a big percentage of our scoring that night. Charlie Woodard was great in the second half. I think he had 19 of his 21 in the second half. And Bodie was consistent all game. But again, those guys wouldn't have got those buckets if Ryan Simons, Jax Carroll, Stephen Jenkins, Dayton Counter weren't assisting on those plays. It was just, like I said, a really good second half effort and a good team win.
Well, We're 11-2 on the season, 4-2 in the Frontier Athletic Conference after the victory over Washington Courthouse. Big game on the horizon, but let's talk for a second. Tonight's game, very special pregame tonight. We are going to honor 6 seniors that have had just really great careers here at Jackson High School.
We have. This is senior night tonight. Great crowd on hand, as always, here this year. And these guys deserve it. They're fun to watch. They're a bunch of great kids. And it's pretty impressive and something to say about, when a group of guys, especially our 5 main ones and really our 6, but Eli really didn't play a lot in Pee Wee with these guys. But 5 of our 6 seniors have been together on some sort of basketball team, since 2nd grade. So we're honoring tonight. Jax Carroll, Stephen Jenkins, Bodie Wolford, Charlie Woodard, Ryan Simons, and Eli Ray. And I couldn't be more proud of a group. Obviously, the season's far from over, but just to this point, going into this game tonight, 11-2 record. They've won a lot of games throughout their high school career, and this group got forced into action at the varsity level, as freshmen. And this group, all of them have been with me every day in practice, in a varsity practice every day since they stepped foot in the high school. They're just a special group, and I'm really proud of all the accomplishments that they've had.
And they're very aware of the fact that they can make some history here for Jackson. They would love to do it this year. They have grinded out some tough wins their first 2 years as freshmen and sophomores. 17-win performance last year, and I'm sure they'd like to up the ante this year.
Yeah, not many guys can look back one day and say, I started in a sport, or I was a big part of a reason why the team had success. And this group of seniors really were for the last 3 years, and obviously this year is their senior year. Their freshman year, they won 12 games, and I really thought kind of overachieved, to be honest. They really found ways to win when it wasn't easy, and sometimes they weren't ready. The game was still fast. They weren't as mature as they are now. They weren't nearly as strong or as quick, and the game was still a learning the game the way it needed to be played. To win 12 games as freshmen, to get 16 of them as sophomores, and then last year to get 17, they've kept up in the ante each year, and I hope, and I think they would be ones to tell you that they expect nothing less than to up the ante again this year.
We'll enjoy them being honored here shortly in the pregame. Game of the whole southeastern Ohio district tonight is at Jackson High School. You're going to have a full house here tonight, that's no question, but you're going to have an awful lot of eyes looking in on this game and all the southeastern district, 2 of the very best teams.
Yeah, right now, ever since we went to the RPI Max Preps ranking system a couple years ago, right now in the district tournament bracket for the Southeast District, you're looking at Miami Trace as the number 1 seed and your Jackson Ironmen as the number 2 seed. So, like you said, a lot of eyes will be on this game. Obviously, Miami Trace is still the front runner, still the favorite. Until we can say we've beat them, you can't say anything about what those kids have accomplished. Miami Trace comes in supporting a 12-2 record. They're 6-0 in the FAC, and we are 4-2 in the FAC. And if we want to stay pace, this is a must win, and our guys are aware of that. But we have nothing to lose. Miami Trace and these guys' tenure in high school, we're 0-7 against them in their tenure since their freshman year on. So this senior class has something to prove, and I know win or lose, they're going to give me everything they got tonight. They're going to play hard, and I'm going to be proud of them.
Guarantee this group of seniors and your juniors want this game badly. I look at their roster, and it's almost like our team in that these guys have become almost household names. Adam Guthrie, as you mentioned, the 6'8 center, 285, 90 pounds, whatever. How much water he drank that day, doesn't matter. Julian Baker, 2,000-yard rusher on the football team. Gage Bowers, as a freshman, defeats us on a last-second shot last year. These are accomplished basketball players. And then they throw in a nice 6'6 sophomore in there in Ty Huffman because they had to replace a couple of good juniors or forwards from last year. This team is very strong.
They are. You hit on their main guys. Obviously they run through number 33, the man in the middle, Adam Guthrie, player of the year last year in the FAC conference. Just seems like I'm sure teams kind of look at our guys and seem like they've been playing forever. But as an opposing coach, as somebody that plays him and how good he is and how dominant he is, it just feels like he's been in high school basketball forever. He's a very good player. Tough matchup for anybody. He leads the way, and then when you pair him with such a special point guard, and you mentioned Gage Bowers, who hits a game-winning shot against us last year at the buzzer to take a loss at Miami Trace the second time we played him last year. He's very special as a sophomore and is only getting better. They got the 1-2 punch with the guard, and then all the complementary players to go around him, size and strength and shooting ability, with guys like Julian Baker, Ty Huffman, Luke Armstrong, and Barron Phipps, their transfer from East Clinton, who comes in and is their starting quarterback on their football team. So they go 6-7 deep. We know their personnel. We've already played them once. Obviously, we came up a little bit short on their court by 5 earlier this year, and we know the task is going to be very tough tonight, but we're excited for the opportunity.
Kids in this league, they're big, strong, physical, excellent basketball league, the Frontier Athletic Conference, but it's also an outstanding coaches league and one of the very best in Coach Ackley tonight going against you tonight. And he's being part of a great run at Miami Trace the last number of years.
Absolutely. Coach Ackley does a great job. He's one of the better coaches around. I'm pretty sure he was a really good high school girls coach and then came over to the boys a few years ago. Last year supported a 21-0 regular season record, 10-0 in the FAC. He's a very good basketball coach, and his guys are good players, but they are always prepared, and they are always up for the task, no matter how hard we hit or how anybody comes at them. Everybody has a game plan for Miami Trace. They attack them in different ways. They always have a counter, and I expect nothing less from them tonight. And we got a few things that we got to throw at them differently from game one, and hopefully we're ready to do that.
What do you think, Coach? First 1 to 50 wins tonight?
Absolutely. I think this is, hopefully it's low scoring. However, both teams really do like to get out and transition. I think for us, we need to get out and get some easy buckets because when they can set their defense, they're very good defensively. We are very good defensively also. We're actually allowing less points per game than they are. However, it's hard for us to get inside, when they have a 6'8" center sitting 2 feet away from the rim at all times. And our tallest guys, 6'2", 6'3". It's tough to get inside buckets, but like I said, both teams want to get out and run. We got to definitely guard Guthrie with a guy in front, a guy behind. So we're going to have to definitely, hopefully, our backside rotation is there. If we can get them to miss a few shots and secure some rebounds, it gives us a great shot to win. With that being said, obviously it's going to come down to some of our shooting. If we shoot it well, it even gives us a greater opportunity. So our guys know what the task is. We've went over the scouting report yesterday in practice, had a good locked-in practice. Had a few guys sick, kind of fighting some illness, probably like everybody, a little banged up at this juncture in the season. Not going to use any excuses, and our guys, should be ready to go.
What do you think we'll see tonight? I know it's going to be just a banged-up physical type contest, but it is going to be a fun one for everyone to watch.
It is. Their kids want to beat ours. Our kids want to beat theirs. It's going to be a really high intense, high level of basketball. What an opportunity for these guys to play in games like this. This is what high school sports are about. To play in an environment like this in front of a crowd like this, especially at home here in Jackson, to have this type of support. Our guys really feed off that. But at the end of the day, it's 32 minutes, and it's the team that's going to make the less mistakes, have the least amount of turnovers, and the team that's really going to make a few shots that are contested will come out victorious in this one.
Good luck tonight to you. This was a fun one. We will talk to you in the postgame.
We will see you then. Thank you.
Stay tuned for more pregame activities with myself, Dan Morrow. Tonight, it is Jackson Ironmen playing host to the Miami Trace Panthers.
The Jackson High School Ironmen play here. 96.7 WKOV.
Star Spangled Banner was just played by head coach Ryan Hurd and his pep band. They sure bring the atmosphere to the gymnasium. Full house tonight. Starting lineup for Miami Trace. Number 1, a junior at 6 foot tall, Dominique Williams. Outstanding point guard, the sophomore, 6 foot 1 inch, Gage Bowers. 6 foot 3 inch, junior, Julian Baker. At 6 foot 1 inch, senior guard, Luke Armstrong. And the big man in the middle, the reigning Frontier Athletic Conference Player of the Year, 6 foot 8, around 285 to 290 pounds, Adam Guthrie. The loudspeaker main man, Mr. Matt McKee, is now going to introduce our Jackson Ironmen starters. We'll let you listen to him.
I can't hear you. Ironman fans, make some noise. All right, here's your starting lineups for your Jackson Ironmen. Up first, a 6 foot senior, number 1, Eli Ray. A 6 foot 3 senior, number 3, Charlie Woodard. A 5 foot 11 senior, number 4, Ryan Simon. A 6 foot 3 senior, number 10, Bodie Wolford. And a 5 foot 10 senior, number 11, Jack Carroll.
Nicely done, Mr. Matt McKee, as he always does. And the atmosphere, 10 out of 10 tonight, JJ.
Oh, yeah. Like you're mentioning the pep band, having the band here and the cheerleaders in the packed house and stuff. Like you said, this is what high school basketball is all about.
It really is. And the student section is basically overflowing. That's standing room only behind our Jackson Ironman bench. Bad news tonight for the Ironmen. Stephen Jenkins will not be suiting up tonight and playing, battling a knee injury on there. Certainly going to miss the senior there, but hopefully he will recover from that. Center jump is controlled by Miami Trace. They have the first possession. Luke Armstrong with the basketball. Picked up by Jax Carroll out top. Gets it in the high post to Baker. Baker wants to drive down the baseline. Goes up against Bodie Wolford. He blocks the shot. Nice job. Baker gets relief and a nice backdoor pass to Dominique Williams for the first 2 points of the contest. Ryan Simets, let's be honest, been fighting a little bit of a flu bug this week. Ryan, one of the toughest of the tough, and he is going to be here tonight. Probably not feeling 100%. Has it up top, picked up by Bowers. A zone, and it's a kind of a matchup. Almost a
1-3-1 almost.
Yeah.
But then they're dropping the side.
Charlie Woodard kicks it back out top to Jax. Need Jax to knock down some outside shots against this zone. Adam Guthrie very seldom leaves the lane. That's why they like to play a zone with him.
Clogging everything up.
Absolutely. Ironman being patient out there.
Well, now it looks like they're more in a 2-3 there. So.
I think it's a 2-3, and they try to match up on the ball up top.
Yeah. Number 1, that's what they just told me. So. Yeah, got it.
Bodie Wolford on the left wing.
Ironman staying patient with it.
Ryan Simets down the lane, ball knocked out of his hands into the hands of Guthrie. Quickly out to Dominique Williams. Williams down the lane quickly, and Charlie Woodard partially blocks it. Does go out of bounds, and it will be Miami Trace basketball.
Yeah, Bodie Wolford tried to round up that tip a little bit, but it just happened to roll out of his hands and leg. Like a big turnover by Miami Trace. Inbound pass goes right through Baker's pay.
Yes, we're going to make a correction. We didn't know who Dominic Williams was, and he was in the starting lineup, but it is actually Baron Phipps who gets the start tonight, the sophomore, 6'3 sophomore. He was their quarterback in football, if that name's familiar. Good-looking young athlete. Jackson with the basketball. Down in the corner, Charlie Woodard, the long three off the rim. No good. Rebound comes down to Baker. Baker to Bowers. Bowers brings it down the court, picked up by Ryan Simets. There's it inside to the big man, Guthrie, and he's able to turn, drop that step, and kiss it off the glass and give Miami Trace the quick 4-0 lead.
He moves so smooth with a soft touch there. It's tough to guard.
A gifted player. And I can even say this now in the history of the FAC, one of the best players to play in this league. Simetz on the left side, tries to penetrate, shot up off the glass, and hangs on the rim and goes in. Pretty drive by the senior Ryan Simetz. 4-2, Bowers with the basketball, drives the baseline, looked like he stepped out of bounds, didn't get the call. There is Armstrong, long three attempt is good. Bodie Woodford almost looked like he partially blocked that, but Armstrong is a spot-up three-point shooter. He buries it and gives Trace a quick 7-2 lead. Charlie with the basketball outside the circle, now inside the circle. Good pass inside to Eli Ray on the turf. He fights for it. It's going to be a jump ball and possession arrow.
Oh, no. Max called timeout.
Oh,
Coach
we
Mara.
got it. Okay. He's going to use a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here, JJ. And size, once again, certainly a factor in this contest. Trace just looks big out there. And, you know, we're not making excuses right off the bat. We just miss him. Steven Jenkins, one of our taller players, not able to go tonight.
No, I mean, Guthrie's size seems to add about 3 to 4 inches to every guy on the court.
You look at him down there in their huddle, and he's a head taller than everybody else.
So
it's a conservative 6'8", I think.
I think he's maybe a shade more than that, especially with the shoes on. So, and they're using it to create space. You know, he got that quick bucket, well, then they're able to move it around outside to get a look at a three. So, continuing to try to contract and push out that our Jackson defense and having to scramble a little bit.
C.J. Crabtree into the lineup for the Ironmen, joining Jax Carroll, Bodie Woodford, Ryan Simetz, and Charlie Woodard. The 5 on the floor for Coach Max Morrow. Coach Ackley still has his starting 5 in for Miami Trace. Jax Carroll on the baseline, jump shot up, no good, partially blocked on that. Block shots were an issue in that Chillicothe game in which the Ironmen lost. There's a drive by Bowers, ball into the hands of Guthrie, and I think we fouled him. We'll just have to see which one of us did. It's going to be 2 free throws coming his direction.
Got it on Bodie.
Bodie Woodford gets called on the foul. He just takes up so much space inside there.
It's so tough. I mean, everyone's scrambling, trying to beat him to that rebound, but he just reaches right above everybody. So
big is one thing, but great feet, great hand-eye coordination makes him very special. First free throw off the front edge. If he has a weakness, he can make free throws, and he makes them when it's critical, but he's only shooting a little over 50% for the season.
I was about to say,
he misses them early, makes them late when they need it. Second free throw hits the front of the rim and goes in. 8-2, Trace with the lead. Jackson with the basketball here on the right side. Back to Simetz up top, over to Jax Carroll. Very aware of Jax. They don't want to give him the open shot. There's a kick by Miami Trace. It should be Jackson basketball on the baseline. Baker at 6'3", and we sure remember him from the football field, a 2,000-yard rusher, such a strong athlete.
He's getting his hands everywhere.
Their first sub will be a 6'6", 6'7" young man named Ty Huffman. He'll be coming in shortly. That gives him overall tremendous size. Woodford, long three, Bodie's look, no good, off the rim. Rebound comes down to Armstrong. To Bowers. Bowers pushes it down in the lane. Good drive, his shot's up and good. So athletic, the sophomore. 10-2, the Trace lead.
I was about to say, so athletic to be able to drive the lane and also have the vision to kick it out once he gets down there.
Yep, very good player. Tried to get it to the high post, Jax Carroll. Bowers comes up with the deflection and then the steal. It's knocked out of his hands, out of bounds, but it'll be Miami Trace basketball. Ironmen need a stop. Ironmen need a bucket. Here comes Huffman on the bench. That gives him more size. He'll replace Armstrong. So substitute a 6'1" senior for a 6'7" sophomore. Bowers up top. They get it in to Guthrie. Guthrie makes it look so easy with a little half hook in the middle of the lane. 12-2. Is the Miami Trace lead. Coach Morrow's already used one timeout. Probably doesn't want to use one unless he has to here for a second one. Simetz over to Jax Carroll. Well, when they can be on the top of his zone and have Huffman at 6'7" out there, that is
the
long
wingspan
length.
makes it real tough.
Yes. Ryan with the drive, takes it up strong. There's Bodie Woodford inside, puts it up and in.
It's what Bodie does so well, being there for the cleanup.
Yes, he does. 12-4. Pass inside. Good hustle. Good defense by Charlie Woodard. Reaching around the big man. Guthrie knocks it out of bounds. It will be Trace basketball. Charlie draws this assignment and gives away a lot of inches, a lot of pounds.
Charlie staying in front of him, but
trying to, yes. There, he's got it in the lane. We surround him, but here kicks it out to Huffman. His shot's no good. Rebound fought for by Ryan Simets, brings it down. Pushes it down the lane, gets it in the corner. CJ Crabtree, the long three, no good. Outlet to Bowers. Cross midcourt, down the right side. Long three. The long rebound now comes down to Phipps. Phipps then goes up for the shot, and we foul him, and he'll be back at the free throw line. First foul called on CJ Crabtree. Phipps, another sophomore. They're going to be good next year, even though they're going to lose the top player in the league in Guthrie. They have now 2 sophomores and 2 juniors on the floor. First free throw by Baron Phipps is a miss. Lead still at 8. Second free throw is good. 13-4, the Trace lead.
So the Ironmen having trouble getting those inlet passes in the zone to the top of the key, so you can really initiate that dive, get a guy to the short corner and stuff. And so they're kind of forced to stay around the outside.
They are big enough to expand this zone. There's Jax Carroll at the top. Quick hands by Bowers, knocks it out of bounds. Be Jackson basketball. Will take it out on the side. 2:32 to go here in the first quarter. So far, it's been all Miami Trace. And we need a little run here. Coach Morrow giving our quarterback, Ryan Simets, some instructions. Carroll down the lane, tries to go up against the big guy. Nice pass off to CJ Crabtree. He lays it up and in the air, but within 7.
That was a great assist by Jax with the adjustment midair.
Drive by Bowers again. Nice defense there by Ryan Simets, but Bowers falls away, making a tough shot, makes it, and the lead is back to 9. 15-6. They chase out after Ryan Simets, makes him pick up his dribble, back into Carroll's hands right in front of us. To Ryan, back to Jax, down in the corner, CJ, gets it inside to Bodie. He had a shot point block and just couldn't.
That's the look you want.
Yep, couldn't get it to go in. Here comes Baker, back to Bowers. Bowers, very quick, very strong, drives down the lane, and there's going to be a foul on somebody. It's not a shooting foul. It'll either go against Bodie or CJ, whichever one it is. It's going to be their second foul. Foul's going to be an issue tonight. It's CJ Crabtree's second foul. We don't have the depth we normally would have. Inbounds to Bowers. Nice kiss off the glass. 17-6. He has 6. The lead is at 11. 2-3 zone for Miami Trace. They get it high post to Bodie. Over in the corner, Charlie Woodard. The 3 off the rim. Ironman can't find the range yet. Rebound is fought for. Baker comes out. They get it to Bowers. Bowers to the big man Guthrie. Lays it up and in, and he's fouled in the process. Jax Carroll will be whistled for the foul. Bucket counts. Guthrie has a quick 7 in the quarter. Ironmen find themselves down 19-6, and Guthrie gets one more free one. Bait and counter on the floor for Coach Morrow. He'll replace CJ Crabtree, sits down with the 2 fouls. 4th team foul for Jackson. That free throw comes off the rim, no good. Under a minute to go, first quarter. See if Jackson can get something going. Simets on the right wing. Back to Bodie Woodford up top. They've kept the Ironmen outside offensively pretty much this whole first quarter.
I was about to say the last possession we're able to find the inside. And
Simets mid-range jump shot off the rim. No good. Just can't get anything to drop for us. 19-6 is the Trace lead. Ironmen are going to extend their pressure a little bit. Armstrong with it, picked up by Jax Carroll. Jax pressuring, Armstrong gets it across midcourt, gets a screen by the big man. Now back to Bowers. Mid-range for Guthrie. He's going to lay it up. A block shot by Charlie Woodard. And there is Baker on the backside. Picks it up, puts it in, and draws a foul. Peyton counter is called on the foul. The shot goes for Baker, and this ups the lead to 21-6. And this first quarter has gotten away from Jackson. 17 seconds left. Baker with one more free throw. It's off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound to Huffman. Inside the lane, half hook from there, no good. Baker gets his own rebound, puts it up and in a 23-6 first quarter. Counter with the basketball, pushes it down, gets between two defenders, tries to kick it outside. There's a steal by Armstrong, the long throw from three-quarters court. But a nightmare first quarter for our Jackson Ironmen. The score after 8 minutes, Miami Trace 23, the Jackson Ironmen 6. We'll be back with second quarter action here, right here on 96.7 in just 1 minute.
Good people bring good people.
At Buckeye Construction and Restoration, it's the foundation of our projects and our company.
It's not just about
Started in a
saving up.
garage with 2 people
It's
and a
learning what
dream.
it
Now
means to earn
employs over
something for
100
yourself,
with
a
offices
few
locally
dollars
in
at a
Wellston,
time.
Waterford, and Cincinnati. BCR offers
It's
competitive
about earning
salaries,
your
professional
independence.
development opportunities,
Every
and an
deposit,
employee
every
referral
goal,
bonus program.
every
Join
step
one of the
closer.
fastest growing companies
It's
in the
more than
Midwest
just
by
opening
calling
an account.
833-775-1595
It's opening the door to what's next.
or visit
People's
bcrmco.com
Bank.
to apply.
Working
BCR,
together,
preserving
building
our history
success.
with the hands of craftsmen.
Attention welders, millwrights, and construction laborers. Join a locally family-owned company that values skill, reliability, and hard work. Bryn Mawr Construction. Whether you're experienced or ready to learn, Bryn Mawr offers steady hours, job security, and competitive pay that rewards your craftsmanship. Enjoy full benefits including medical, dental, vision, 401k with company match, and paid time off. Work with leading manufacturers and take pride in what you build. Apply today with Bryn Mawr Construction, where hard work truly pays off. Call 740-286-2110.
The Jackson High School Ironmen play here. 96.7 WKOV.
JJ, 8 minutes we'd like to forget.
No, they were just so strong on defense. Oh,
good start for the Ironmen. They had the first possession. Bodie Woodford splits to the zone players and gets a nice little 8-foot jump shot to go in.
Yeah, no, the Ironmen couldn't really get anything going. We couldn't take the lid off of it. And even when we got the looks we wanted to inside.
Shots didn't go. Here's Huffman for Trace. Drives toward the baseline. And they're going to call a foul on Bodie Woodford. This is the Frontier Athletic Conference. You don't call touch fouls.
No, I mean, all he did was jump with him as he went down to the lane. I mean, he was in position. That's a tough one.
Especially against a team this physical and strong. My. Second foul for Bodie. He joins C.J. Crabtree with 2 fouls in the contest. Huffman gets it inside to Baker. Baker in the middle of the lane. Kicks it out to Armstrong. Good three-point shooter. Into Guthrie. Guthrie goes up strong. He gets it a point blank. Misses the shot. Kicks it out to Gage Bowers, and he buries the shot from the free throw line. 25-8. Bowers now with 8. Jax Carroll with the basketball. Back to Bodie. He's going to take that mid-range jump shot again. This time it comes up short. Guthrie with the defensive rebound. And they push it out to Bowers. He gets called for palming the basketball. Let's see if the Ironmen can take advantage of a turnover by Miami Trace. They have been about as close to perfect in the first 8-9 minutes of this game.
They've been getting all the boards on offense. They haven't really turned the ball over. If we can take advantage of this, it'd be amazing.
You're so right. Simets to Jax Carroll. Jax up top. 2-3 zone, and it's just so their length has a spread out so far. Back to Bodie. Thought about a 3, still thinking about it. Gets it down the corner to Charlie. Back to Bodie. Here's a long 3 off the rim. No good, and here comes Baker. Baker, head of steam, gets it to Bowers. Bowers in the lane. His shot's up. Hangs around. No good. Ironman fighting for it, but there's Guthrie with the rebound. And he's going to be called for a travel.
He did go up and down a couple times there before they called it. Tough to see because there was a crowd around him.
Well, the travel negates the basket. Score still stands 25-8, 6.5 minutes to go in the first half. Ironman trying to cut in to this 17-point lead. Jax Carroll takes a look, jump shot just inside the lane, off the rim, no good. Our shooting percentage, not a pretty sight so far.
We're not able to get those looks that we want. It's another turnover by Miami.
Bowers tries to throw the lob to Guthrie, and believe it or not, it gets out of his reach. That's a high throw.
That was a high
That's
throw.
a high
it was
throw,
a
yes.
little big and a little late because he wasn't quite turned around ready for it.
Such a crowd on hand, and boy, they're just itching to cheer this Ironman team on. If we can just get something going here.
If we can get the energy going, that's going to do us greatly.
Dayton counter with the ball in the wing, gets it inside to Bodie. Bodie with the big man on him. There's Charlie Woodard in the corner to Jax. They quickly recover. Back to counter. The ball's deflected, but Dayton ends up with the loose ball. Simets down to Bodie. Bodie with a head and shoulder fake. Dayton counter, corner three, no good, and ball is knocked out of bounds by Huffman. It'll be Jackson basketball underneath our own bucket.
We did a lot better job that time. They're in a zone, and we don't have Guthrie moving around that much. You need to try to get him moving around on defense, try to wear him out a little bit, and our back cuts really started to do that, those flexes in the bottom.
They love that zone because he can stand there. There's a nice inbounds play to Bodie Wolford. He lays it up and in. Lead is now 15, 25-10. Ironman down by 15. We need stops.
I'm starting to deny Bowers as best we can.
Armstrong gets it to Bowers. Boy, he's a playmaker, isn't he, for a sophomore? Really good player. There's Phipps.
Good job chasing him off.
There, the inside pass goes into Guthrie, and this with his left hand kisses it off the glass. He now has 9. The lead is back to 17, 27-10. CJ Crabtree will substitute in for the Ironman. Next dead ball. Simez in the lane, down to Dayton counter, into the lane, kicks it over to Jax Carroll. His shot is partially blocked, but he will be fouled by Armstrong, and that should be 3 free throws coming for senior Jax Carroll.
It's a great break for the Ironmen. Try to get some points on the board and get something going.
Multi.
Who's that foul?
I see. Yep, 12. Armstrong with the foul. First free throw for Jax goes in. Need to see Jax see a couple shots go in, and he gives us a chance from long range against this zone. Second one is good. Jax can stand there and make free throws most of the day.
If we can get him to the line, that's really going to help out.
That's not a bad thing, is it?
No.
His release, his rotation, everything almost perfect.
He has worked on it year after year, and even more so this year. It's a great part of his game.
Third opportunity for the senior. Bounces around. It comes out. We jinxed him.
I jinxed him.
Yep.
Should have kept my mouth shut, Dan.
Bowers being chased by Dayton counter, 2 of the quickest players in the league. Dayton gets a hand in there, and they're going to force Bowers into a turnover, and that's just Dayton counter defense there.
It's dangerous to see him going so full head of steam, but if you can start to defend him whenever he's doing that stuff, you're going to create those mistakes and get turnovers off of him.
Very few, if any, are quicker than our junior guard. Ryan Simets with the basketball. Jackson down 15, trying to cut into this lead. Charlie Woodard, free throw line, shot off the rim, and once again, oh my gosh, we've had some good looks. That's a good look. It just didn't go. There's the inside pass to Guthrie. His shot's up and good, and we foul him. The foul is going to go against Ryan Simets, trying to rake Guthrie, but he's so quick when he catches it in there, lays it up and in. He now has 11. The lead is 17, and make it now 18, 30-12.
And it's so tough. You want to front him. We don't have the size. You got to try to get in front of him. When he gets down there, you see him change the side of the lane after the break, and then you're in a tough spot where fouling feels like the only thing you can do.
High post to Charlie Woodard. Quick hands. They knock it out of his hands. Here's Bowers with the drive, the layup. He makes it 32-12, a 20-point lead. Quickly down the floor is Charlie, right wing. Gets it inside to C.J. Crabtree. C.J. kicks it in the corner to Bodie. Bodie in the left corner right in front of Miami Trace's head coach, Coach Ackley. Shot by Simez in the lane. He's going to draw a foul, and 2 free throws coming Ryan's way. It'll be the 3rd team foul for Miami Trace with 3 minutes and 40 seconds to go in this first half. Free throw for Ryan is good. Trace lead is 19. Ryan gets one more. 32-13. Second one is good. And a timeout is going to be called by Coach Max Morrow. 30-second variety. We'll keep it here. Tradition this year is at the end of the first quarter before the second, the Ironmen have been honoring living first-team All-League players. Tonight we had 3 good ones, and uniquely, they all 3 played under Coach Morrow.
Oh, yeah.
That's a neat thing.
That's a nice thing to see.
First is Mr. Drew Bragg. He was first-team All-FAC, third-team All-District in 2020-21. Averaged right around 12 points per game. What a good 3-sport athlete Drew was. Second one, Boston Kuhn was first team All-FAC and special mention All-District. Same year, 2020 and 21, and boy, could he shoot the 3 for the Ironmen.
Great shooter.
And Tristan Prater comes out his senior year, played his younger years, but concentrated on football. But what he do? He became first team All-FAC, second team All-District in 2021 and 22. 11 points a game, and what a competitor that young man was.
Tristan's such an athlete. I always say I ought to get some credit. I coached him when he was in second grade and upward, so I had some.
Claim a little bit.
Yeah,
all his coaches
Small
should claim a little
percentage.
credit.
Yeah.
Tell you what, one of the very best receivers to ever play for the Ironmen, and one of the other ones out here tonight, Mr. Ryan Simets. They have some of my highlight catches as far as watching football through my many, many years. Missed shot by Trace comes down to C.J. Crabtree with the basketball. Ironmen have it. Down 18. Trying to figure out a way to defeat this 2-3 zone for Trace, which has been very active, plus the fact the Ironmen are not making shots. Nice pass inside. Charlie Woodard kicks it in the corner to Ryan Simets. He drives the baseline. Back to Charlie. Goes up strong, lays it in. Excellent play by Simets to drive the baseline, kick it to the backside. Charlie puts it in. First 2 points of the contest for Charlie. 32-16. Here comes Guthrie working his way down. Kicks it back out top to Phipps. Phipps with a drive, blocked by C.J. Crabtree. Nice job there by C.J. Jax Carroll with the basketball. Over to Bodie Wooford. Bodie into the lane. Shot from mid-range is up and good. Ironman trying to cut into this lead. 32-18. Bodie now has 8. It was 20. It's now 14. Bowers, crowd starting to make a little noise. Bowers, long shot, no good. Bodie Wooford with the good screen out rebound. 2 minutes, 14 seconds to go first half. Bodie has it knocked out of his hands, into Bowers' hands. Here comes the Panthers. Bowers crosses over, shots up, no good. Rebound fought for. Charlie Woodard comes down with it. Ironman now running. Jax Carroll, foul line, drives down the lane, kicks it to Charlie Woodard. His 3 is good, and now the home crowd can make a little noise. Ironman down 11, under 2 minutes to go first half. Best spurt of the night for Jackson.
What a great run at the right time, getting the energy in.
Bowers to Baker. They want to feed it down low to Guthrie. They do. Guthrie, the middle lane, kicks it off to Bowers. Bowers drives the baseline. His shot's up. Blocked once again by C.J., and it's out of bounds. It'll be Trace basketball, but back-to-back blocks by our junior 6 foot. I'll give him 4.
We'll give him 4. I was about to say, he's up there. And the thing is, his timing's so good on those jumps. He's not having to get his body in and just finding the right spot.
Phipps will take it out. Quarterback on the football team takes it out for the Panthers on the basketball team. Bowers feed it into Guthrie. They harass him, but they get it to Baker. Baker's shot's no good, and their backside is Armstrong. Offensive foul, and they're going to get him for a shove-off, I think, on Jax Carroll. It'll be their 3rd team foul. Ironman down 11 will have possession at 1:18 to go in this first half.
big call, and we're starting to see that physicality come in. You know, sometimes it feels like Trace doesn't quite always get the calls that we see out there, so even it up.
Dayton Counter with the basketball over to Jax Carroll. Ironman would love a basket there. Nice pass by CJ to Charlie Woodard, and he can't get the shot to go in. Trace comes down with the rebound. Coach Ackley barking orders to Trace. Let's see what they want to do with this 11-point lead. Lob into Guthrie. There he goes. Shots up. He gets his own rebound, and that is going to be a foul on Bodie Wooford, and I'm afraid that's going to be his third.
That's a tough call.
That
I
is a tough
watched
call.
it. I could have been all ball and then come down onto the arm, but it was ball first, so it's a tough one.
It's tough to see touch fouls on Trace with their size.
I know, especially on his size.
Yes. Free throw for Guthrie is good. He now has
crunch time's coming, and now he's going to start finding it.
He has 13. They have 33. Lead is 12. 47 seconds to go first half. The big man gets one more. It's banked off the glass. That's not fair.
Bank's open tonight, I guess.
34-21. Jackson had cut it to 11. Now it's back to 13. Could use a bucket here. Dayton Counter on the wing. Down the corner to Jax. Throws it clear across the court to Ryan Simons. Makes a good catch. Ryan thought about a shot from about 18 feet. Gives it to Charlie. Back to Ryan. 20 seconds in this first half. Ironman might as well contend for the last shot now. 13 seconds, clock running. Jax Carroll with the ball out near the center circle. Takes it near the top of the key. Long three off the rim. Rebound comes down in the hands of Baker. And boy, Dayton Counter almost came up with a loose ball there. Shot from 3/4 court by Trace is no good. So we got 2 quarters in the books. Score stands the Miami Trace Panthers 34, our Jackson Ironmen 21. We'll be back to talk this first half of basketball over here in just a few minutes. Please listen to our sponsors. They make the stream and the live broadcast for our Jackson Ironmen possible.
Iron City Implement at the corner of Broadway and Water Streets in Jackson
It's
is your
not just
one-stop
about saving
spot
up.
for keeping your life
It's
on
learning
track
what it
and
means to
moving.
earn something for
Whether it's
yourself,
home or commercial,
a few
Iron
dollars
City
at a
Implement
time.
has you covered with quality Napa brand auto
It's
parts
about
and
earning
more.
your independence.
They have all the tools
Every
to make that
deposit,
job easier
every goal,
and done right.
every step
Milwaukee
closer.
powered tools,
It's more than
gas-powered
just opening an
generators,
account.
tools and parts
It's
and
opening the
products you
door
may
to
have
what's
never
next.
even thought you needed. Need a
People's
special
Bank.
part you just can't
Working
seem to
together,
find anywhere
building
else?
success.
There's a good chance that you'll find it at Iron
Are
City
you looking for the
Implement.
perfect power sport vehicle? Well, come visit Pony Power Sports of Jackson. We're the same great faces you know and love at the same location and with the best selection in the tri-state area. From motorcycles to ATVs to side-by-sides. Pony Power Sports of Jackson has them all. It's where your adventure begins. Get to the
Family
pony.
law to estate
When life
planning.
throws you the
John Clark has
unexpected, you need
experience
someone
you
who
can
knows the
trust.
law
Call today,
and knows the community. From
740-286-4200
personal injury to criminal
or
defense,
visit
family
221
law
East
to
Main
estate
Street in
planning.
Jackson.
John Clark
That's
has
John
the
Clark
experience
Law.
you can trust.
Local
Call today,
experience. Trusted results.
740-286-4200
Robotic
or
surgery.
visit 221 East Main
Advanced
Street
imaging.
in Jackson.
Cutting-edge cancer care, and integrated telehealth. These are several state-of-the-art technologies available at Holzer Health System. Our game-changing advancements provide quality outcomes, which means you return
As
to
we honor
living
the
your
spirit
life
of hard work
sooner.
and the American grit
With
that keeps our
innovative
community strong,
technologies
Matheny's
close
Hauling
to
and
home,
Landscaping is here to help you tackle
are
the tough
taking local
jobs.
health
When winter
care
hits,
to
count on
the
our
next
fast, dependable
level.
snow removal.
When it
And
comes
don't forget
to
stop
your
in and look at our
health,
wide
think
selection of
Holzer
firewood for
first.
sale so your home stays warm all winter
Iron
long.
City
If you
Implement
have a
at the corner
storage
of
shed that needs
Broadway
cleaned
and
out,
Water
call
Streets in Jackson is your one-stop spot
740-577-2218
for
today.
keeping your
We'll
life
get
on
it done
track
quickly
and
and
moving.
professionally.
Whether it's home
This
or
season, choose a
commercial,
locally
Iron City
trusted,
Implement
veteran-owned
has
and
you
operated
covered
team
with
that believes in
quality Napa
service,
brand auto
reliability,
parts
and
and
pride
more.
in every
They
job.
have all the
Matheny's Hauling
tools
and
to make that
Landscaping,
job
working
easier
hard for the
and
red,
done
white,
right.
and you.
Milwaukee powered tools, gas-powered generators,
and end your day
tools
with
and
McDonald's
parts and
of
products
Jackson,
you may
Wilson,
have
Oak Hill,
never
or
even
MacArthur.
thought you needed.
Whether it's
Need a
breakfast,
special
lunch, or
part you
dinner,
just
you're
can't
always
seem to
cooking
find
up something
anywhere else.
great with
There's
your
a good
Jackson,
chance that
Wilson,
you'll
Oak
find
Hill,
it
or
at Iron
MacArthur
City
McDonald's.
Implement.
And on
Home,
11.
it's your
You will
sanctuary.
too.
It's pajamas at noon and cookies in the oven. It's fingerprints on the wall and heights measured in a doorway.
thanks
It's the
to
one place in the
Henderson's
world
Western
that you know
Store
better
sponsoring our
than
ground
anyone
game.
else.
Your support
Vinton
helps
County
make all
National
of this
Bank wants to help
possible.
you
Thank you,
build that
Henderson.
messy, wonderful, cherished place where you can live a life you love for years to come. That's our promise. VCNB, here for you now, here for your future. Visit VCNBFamily.bank for our construction special. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Monday through Saturday, 11 to 7. Hometown Hibachi.
ERA Martin and Associates. is your
Home,
local connection
it's
to
your
buying and selling real
sanctuary.
estate.
It's pajamas
They
at
have a team of
noon
great
and
agents ready
cookies
to
in the
help you not
oven.
only find
It's
a property,
fingerprints on the
but actually
wall
buy
and
it.
heights measured
There
in
are
a
a lot of
doorway.
steps
It's
involved
the
in buying
one
or
place in
selling
the
real estate,
world that
and
you
it's
know
important to
better
work with
than
an agent you
visit
trust to guide you through.
VCNBFamily.bank for our construction special. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Need a ride for any
ERA
occasion?
Martin and
Choose
Associates with
Jackson
offices in Jackson and
Transportation,
Wellston,
serving Jackson
wishing all of our
County
local
and
athletes
beyond
great
with
success.
Safe, reliable, and affordable service since 1995.
Brian
Call
Moore Construction
740-288-2091
specializes in turnkey construction,
and
room
arrive in
additions,
style.
kitchen and bathroom remodels, as well as residential and commercial roofing. They also do silicone and acrylic roof coverings. Brian Moore Construction delivers quality craftsmanship on time, on budget, and according to specifications. Choose Brian Moore Construction for your next build, remodel, or roofing project. Call today for a free estimate. 740-418-6140.
Osborne Equipment Service.
Have you been getting a lot of calls from a little boy?
Yes, we have.
That's my son. He always talks about how you have something for everyone.
Dave's and Son Cleaning Service wants you to know that there is a simple solution to all your cleaning needs. Call Dave's and Son Cleaning Service at 286-4280. No, really, that's the solution. They don't cut corners. They
Your
clean.
diesel specialist since 1979. Osborne Equipment Service in Jackson, Ohio. Call 800-937-3501.
Retirement picture. Contact me,
The
Chad
Jackson
Little,
High
your
School
Jackson Edward
Ironmen
Jones
play
Financial
here,
Advisor
96.7
at 740-286-4872.
ERA Martin and Associates is your local connection to buying and selling real estate. They have a team of great agents ready to help you not only find a property, but actually buy it. There are a lot of steps involved in buying or selling real estate, and it's important to work with an agent you trust to guide you through. ERA Martin and Associates with offices in Jackson and Wellston, wishing all of our local athletes great success.
This factory has walls, but there's no ceiling. Here at Jackson. And what was very special was the first quarter by Miami Trace tonight. They outscored the Ironmen 23-6 to come out of the blocks. Now, as you would expect from our Jackson Ironmen, they keep fighting and they outscore Miami Trace 15-11 the second quarter, but the lead at halftime, 34-21, a pretty impressive run there by the Panthers.
Yeah, we got a run going there. If I'm looking at my play-by-play right, and we had about a 9-point run going before they started to answer a little bit more. But we're still getting cold out there in terms of hitting our shots. So far in the game, we're just total, and in terms of field goals, we're 8 for 22 from shooting. We've only hit one of our 8 3-pointers. Now, the thing is, Panthers aren't hitting that many of them either. They're only 1 for 6, but they're 13 of 18 from twos, and I think we know where a lot of that's coming from.
A lot of those are in the paint.
Exactly, it's right down low. So if we can find a way to make sure we can get a guy up front on Guthrie, but it's so hard because he does move well whenever pushed in that position. And the other thing is he's not getting overworked on defense playing in that zone, just sitting down there. So if we can figure out ways to get a lot of movement behind the zone, force him to kind of turn his head and move back and forth a little bit, I think we can see more of those runs come our way.
Well, Miami Trace and Jackson, as we've mentioned, have been outstanding programs through the careers of this group of seniors, both for Trace and for Jackson. For example, Jackson Ironmen, as the freshmen, were thrown into the fire 4 years ago. Yeah. They had a 12-win type season, a 12-12 season. Then they win 16 games. Last year they win 17. This year they're 11-2 and trying to maybe even do better than that, even though they're facing a tough one. Trace, during the same period, 18-5 during that freshman year for our seniors. Then they go 17-7. Last year, 23 straight wins before a loss. They end up 23-1. This year, 12-2. Now, back middle of the year, they had a little lull there and get beat twice.
Back-to-back.
Back-to-back games. Since then, they have won, and it kind of woke them up. Yeah. They have won by 24. They've won by 30. They won by New Albany by 19. That's a very good team. That's an impressive win.
Yeah.
Waverly, who's very good, by 24. Courthouse, they avenged that loss to win by 11, and Hillsborough by 21. So we got the sleeping giant woke up in time for us, and my gosh, they played well early on.
They've been so tight. And I went back and watched some of the film from the Circleville game and even that last Courthouse game. It's an 11-point win, but that was a pretty contested game throughout. And you kind of see where like they've changed they definitely set their defense up for who they're playing. I think Circleville took advantage of the fact that they played a lot of man and they have a lot of guys diving towards the lane and stuff, and Guthrie wasn't there, so they were able to pull out that win. But I think, like you said, it woke up the sleeping giant. It woke up the Panthers and said, hey, why we have Guthrie standing out there like that so often? We ought to be able to drop him back a little bit more. So, I understand a lot of coaches.
He has about a 5-foot chain to each basket on him, and he doesn't leave either one.
No.
But as long as they can stay in that 2-3 zone, he doesn't have to leave.
He doesn't have to, no. And we got to try to just kind of overload it to see if kind of break it up a little or shoot him out of the zone. And like I said, we're 1 for 8. We're not shooting out of any zones tonight. And I see, Trace coming out and basically keeping the same game plan. They were successful in stretching out that zone. And like you said, it's not only just their length. Like I said, he adds so many inches to that zone just by being there. But they got that athleticism from their guards, from Bowers and them, who are able to move so quickly from one side to the other on the swings. So makes it real tough whenever they're able to play it that well. But I'm betting Coach Morrow has some answers to try to break him out of it.
Yep. Well, hey, and I put some pressure on you to replace the best stat man this side of the Mississippi, but you do have some points, I think, for us.
I do.
Pete has a yellow tablet.
Yes.
You have a laptop. Now, I don't know if that says much, but it works for both.
What it says is Pete. Well, I was about to say, even with Pete is a wizard because all I have to do is just poke a little button and it's able to track the stat. And I know I've missed some things, particularly outside of points, but I got the points right, and thanks to the scoreboard operator down there helped me out on that.
Well, the usual faces for Trace are leading them in scoring.
Right. So for Trace, the leaders are obviously we got Guthrie leading with 14 and then Gage Bowers with 10. But then outside of that, we got Baron Phipps chipping in 3 and Luke Armstrong chipping in 3. And then Julian Baker with 4. Julian Baker is really, as many rebounds as Guthrie's kind of getting here. He's really got no. Baker's got 5 that I've seen by himself.
So athletic
getting through around there. Now for the Ironmen, it's typical Ironman basketball. It's spread out a little bit more. We got Bodie leading the way with 8. Charlie coming in with 5, that big 3, trying to give us a little bit more of a bump. Simets has 4, Jackson and CJ have 2 for each of them. So, we got more foul trouble going on. We have 8 fouls versus their 3, and Bodie's got 3, which is a dangerous thing. I was going to say the
big one that sits up there is number 10 having 3. We cannot afford to lose Bodie. He's got to play with 3 fouls.
He's got to play. You can't have him go. Like I said, we're short benched already, and then. If he does come out, that puts CJ in a tough spot, and he's liable to have and end up getting a few more fouls just by having to play against Guthrie. He's so big, he moves around. He's going to get foul calls.
Well, we can't get in too bad of foul trouble. We might have to go down far enough on the bench to the ball boys. One's my grandson and one's your son. That we won't get there tonight.
No, I was about to say I don't think we'll get there tonight.
Not tonight. Well, JJ, appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
And it is going to be first possession arrow in favor of Miami Trace. They come out with their starting 5 unit on the floor, as does Coach Morrow. No, I'm sorry, CJ Crabtree gets the nod along with Bodie, Charlie, Jax, and Ryan. Drive on the baseline by Phipps. Kicks it back out top to Armstrong. Now to Baker. There they get it inside to Guthrie. He's moving, spinning, goes up strong. Shot. Nice defense there by the Ironman, but he throws it backside to a wide open Baker, and he lays it in. That's a problem. You double team Guthrie, and he's such a good passer out of the double team.
Yeah, he finds them just right on the other side, and they're wide open because we're pulling that help.
36-21. Jackson with the basketball, down 15 right here at the start of the second half. Simets to Carroll in the corner, back to Ryan, now to Bodie. Bodie splits defense. They're going to reach fouling before a shot. Bodie loves if we can turn it quickly. He'll penetrate that zone. The only problem is the big man is standing right there under the basket. Jackson will take it out underneath their own bucket. Inbounds goes out top to Jax Carroll. Good catch by Jax over to Charlie Woodard. Long 3 off the rim, no good. Rebound into the hands of Ryan. Simons knocked out of his hands, and it'll be Jackson basketball underneath their own bucket.
Really looking at the zone they run, they don't allow an overload. The top 2 go all the way over towards the ball, so it makes it hard.
And they're great athletes out there. There's into CJ Crabtree over to Jax, down the corner. Charlie, another three attempt is good.
There we go.
Charlie buries the three. He has 8. The Ironmen 24. Lead is now 12. See if we can sneak back in this basketball game. Baker to Guthrie. Guthrie kicks it out to Armstrong, and he nails a three, and those are painful. They go inside to Guthrie.
Great spot-up shooter.
And he finds the open man. Guthrie does such a good job. Nice pass inside to Charlie Woodard, and I think it goes off on the baseline, and the Ironmen turn it over.
Yeah, I think his foot was on the line on the save. Unfortunate.
39-24. It's been Miami Trace from the start. They jumped out early on Jackson. Had a 23-6 lead in the first quarter, and the Ironmen just been trying to battle back any way, shape, or form in this contest. Jax Carroll, pressure on Armstrong up top. Now the high post to Guthrie. Another three by Armstrong, no good. Long rebound's going to come down and go into the hands of Bodie Woodford. Oh, no, and Bowers read that all the way. The pass and the lay-in. Almost a slam dunk. 41-24. Ryan over to Carroll. Back to Ryan, gets it inside the high post to CJ. Nice pass to Charlie Woodard. Can't catch it clean, but he still has control. Bodie Woodford. Now we'll take it out top to Jax again. Ryan drives the lane, finds Charlie again. Charlie just hit a three. Get the Ironmen going offensively. Nice drive by Bodie down to CJ Crabtree on the baseline.
We're starting to penetrate a little bit more, just can't quite get him there.
They just match you up so quickly. There's Bodie. Mid-range jump shot is good. Turns around, hits it. He has 10. 41-26. Seems like they do answer every time we make a little bit of a move. Phipps to Bowers. Bowers long three. He's not supposed to make those, and he did. Bowers so quick, so strong, so good. If he makes long threes like that, we're in trouble.
Just quick double handoff to him, and that was a deep take.
44-26. Jackson to Carroll. Down to Charlie Woodard. Nice pass inside to Bodie. He goes up strong, draws a foul. Would love to have the shot back. It didn't go in, but Bodie will get 2 free throws. Boy, we fought so hard to get it back to 11 toward the end of the first half, and now it's back at 18.
No, it's tough to get. We get a little bit of an answer. We get another look. Like we're doing a great job in the zone. Toughness.
Free throw for Bodie off the back of the rim. No
finding
good.
the short corner, getting the dive on it.
Gets one more. Second free throw for Bodie's up. No good. Misses both of them. Baker comes down, gets it to Bowers. Bowers quickly to the top of the key, down the lane. Nice pass across to Huffman. It's off his fingertips out of it. Oh, it looked like it's going to be our basketball. It's going to be Trace basketball on the baseline. This team's too good to start out like we did. It's just too much of a mountain to climb. There's Guthrie at the foul line. Pass inside to Baker. Goes up strong, and he did. Kisses it off the glass and in. And a good matchup.
Good position there. It's just tough matchup.
A little bit of a size issue there. Drive down the lane is Bodie. His shot's up and good.
If we can get some of those turnovers that happened in the first half, we can inch
closer. Kind of at
here.
a point too. We can't miss free throws. We can't turn it over.
No.
Huffman. Nice job defensively by C.J. Crabtree. Now they get it inside to Guthrie. He's going to go up strong. He goes right hand or left hand. That's what makes him so special.
Yeah, he hits those Mike and drills plenty of times.
No question. Charlie tries to pass it across the lane to CJ, and they read it. Baker with the steal over to Bowers. Bowers top of the key. Now inside to the big man, lays it up off the glass. This time a little half hook, and a timeout's going to be called by Coach Morrow. Full timeout. We will do the same. So with 3:44 to go here in the third quarter, it is Miami Trace 50, Jackson 28. We'll be back with more Jackson Ironmen basketball in just 1 minute.
Start and end your day with
It's not
McDonald's
just
of
about
Jackson,
saving
Wilson,
up.
Oak Hill, or
It's
MacArthur.
learning what it means to
Start
earn
your
something
day
for
off with a
yourself.
McGriddle.
A few
For
dollars
lunch,
at a
how about
time.
a Big Mac or quarter pounder with cheese? And
It's
dinner,
about earning
enjoy
your
some
independence.
McNuggets or maybe a
Every
great shake and
deposit,
fries.
every
Whether
goal,
it's breakfast,
every
lunch, or
step
dinner,
closer.
you're always cooking up
It's
something
more
great
than
from
just
your
opening an
Jackson,
account.
Wilson, Oak Hill,
It's
or
opening
MacArthur
the door
McDonald's.
to what's next.
And I'm 11.
People's Bank. Working together.
You will too.
Building success.
The Jackson
Are you looking for the
High School
perfect power
Ironmen
sport
play
vehicle?
here,
Well, come visit Pony Power Sports of
97
Jackson. We're the same great faces you know and love at the same location and with the best selection in the tri-state area. From motorcycles to ATVs to side-by-sides. Pony Power Sports of Jackson has them all. It's where your adventure begins. Get to the pony.
When life throws you the unexpected, you need someone who knows the law and knows the community. From personal injury to criminal defense, family law to estate planning, John Clark has the experience you can trust. Call today, 740-286-4200, or visit 221 East Main Street in Jackson.
Use them, stop any kind of momentum whenever you get a chance. You know, we started to see some in the second quarter. They kind of slowed that down coming out, going into half, and
breaks the timeout, comes out with Charlie Woodard, Ryan Simets, Jax Carroll, Bodie, Wooford, and Dayton counter. 3:40 to go third quarter. Dayton on the left wing here, back to Ryan, back to Dayton. Dayton looks, tries to think about trying to penetrate that zone, hard to do. Now he goes baseline, gets it to Charlie Woodard inside. It's going to be a reach, no shot, baseline out of bounds for the Ironmen. Foul's going to be called on Barron Phipps, the sophomore. He's 6'3", Baker 6'3", Huffman 6'7", Guthrie 6'8". And they sit in the best athlete maybe on the floor in Bowers at 6'1". Ironman's pass goes off the fingertips right in front of the bench.
we find the short corner, but, you know, last time we dove from the foul line in the short corner, it got stolen. So Bodie's thinking, hey, I'll hang out here and be able to seal off. But Charlie didn't get a chance to see him with the tree in the way.
Bowers picked up by Dayton counter, puts the pressure on. There's Guthrie, steps out a little bit, and he's going to be called for a travel. He's being kind to us there. He's become such a passer here in the third quarter. He's stepping out and looking for the open man. Ironman almost forced to double team him every time. Jax Carroll, long three, and he buries it. That's right in front of the Jackson bench. 50-31. Phipps with the basketball. Now they get it to Guthrie, and there's going to be a shove by Charlie. Can't imagine he could have fouled him very hard. He's a big man, big, strong man.
I don't think I saw him move.
If you've living in a cage and haven't paid any attention, Adam Guthrie is headed to Clemson on a full ride football scholarship. Such a talented young man. Bowers with the basketball out top near the center circle. Drives down the lane with his left hand. Nice backdoor cut by Baker. Bowers hits him in stride. Lays it in, 52-31. Timeout is called on the floor. We'll do the same. 2:36 to go. 52 for the Panthers. The Ironmen with 31. Back in 1 minute.
When the job is in the woods, you want people who know the land. Cottle Chipping is a locally owned company with over 50 years of experience providing professional logging and land clearing services. From chipping and clearing to full logging jobs, Cottle Chipping delivers honest work, dependable equipment, and results you can count on. For your logging and chipping needs, call Cottle Chipping at 740-596-5984. As we honor the spirit of hard work and the American grit that keeps our community strong, Matheny's Hauling and Landscaping is here to help you tackle the tough jobs. When winter hits, count on our fast, dependable snow removal, and don't forget to stop in and look at our wide selection of firewood for sale so your home stays warm all winter long. If you have a storage shed that needs cleaned out, call 740-577-2218 today, and they'll get it done quickly and professionally. This season, choose a locally trusted, veteran-owned and operated team that believes in service, reliability, and pride in every job. Matheny's Hauling and Landscaping, working hard for the red, white, and you.
Panthers.
Start and end your day with McDonald's of Jackson, Wilson, Oak Hill, or MacArthur. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, you're always cooking up something great from your Jackson, Wilson, Oak Hill, or MacArthur McDonald's.
and I'm loving it, and you will too.
Trying to go to the front and then come in with the tag, but it opens up a guy on the other side and they find it.
A special thanks to Henderson's Western Store for sponsoring our ground camp. Your support helps make all of this possible. Thank you, Henderson's.
It was just a good freshman basketball game. Our JVs came through with a win.
Craving bold flavor, Hometown Hibachi goes up sizzling steak, chicken, shrimp, and more with rice, noodles, veggies, and sushi rolls. Call 740-253-5275 or visit us at 319 Broadway Street in Jackson. Open Monday through Saturday, 11 to 7. Hometown Hibachi. Hibachi done hometown style.
Has 17 in the contest. Jax Carroll, long three again, off the rim. Rebound comes down to Huffman. Huffman to Bowers. Bowers, a quick pass inside. There's a steal by Jax Carroll. Jax played the ball nicely, and it's knocked out of his hands into the hands of Baker. Ironman trying to get a quick transition bucket. Phipps throws it inside to Guthrie. He is mauled by Charlie Woodard. Charlie's not going to waste any fouls tonight, but Guthrie will be... I don't think that's a shooting foul. Should be on the baseline, and that's the official got the call right at least. Yep. CJ Crabtree, Eli Ray coming on the floor for the Ironmen. We mentioned the Ironman bench a little shorter tonight. Stephen Jenkins not able to go. Injured to a knee, hopefully not serious. Inbounds to Baker, cuts to the bucket, lays it up and in. 56-31. 1:40 to go, third quarter. Charlie Woodard drives the baseline, half shot, half hook shot up and a little bit long. Baker comes down with the rebound. Boy, he's just such an athlete.
I'd say he's always on the right side of the shot to get the rebound.
Inside to Guthrie, goes up strong, and CJ Crabtree or Eli Ray fouling. Probably Eli. We had two hanging on him. He'll go to the free throw line. He'll get 2 free throws on this possession. 1 minute, 20 seconds to go. Free throw does not go in, comes back out. 18 points in the contest for Guthrie. You add that with his assists and his presence.
Yeah, I think he's believed.
Second free throw, no good. Charlie Woodard with the rebound. Quickly to Ryan Simets. To the elbow, back to Eli Ray. Now Charlie has it. Charlie at the top of the key. To Ryan. Ryan gives a little fake in the lane, but kicks it out to Dayton Counter. Charlie, long three. Goes halfway in and comes back out. Guthrie with the rebound. Leads the Frontier Athletic Conference in rebounding to nobody's surprise. There's a drive by Bowers. Guess what? He misses it, and guess who's there for the putback? Adam Guthrie. He now has 20. Had 17 in the first game. Ironman certainly, that was a grinder when we lost closely to them over at Miami Trace. This one just got out of hand early. Ryan Simets with the basketball. 33 seconds to go. Mid-range jumper for Ryan off the back of the rim. No good, as so many of our shots have gone tonight off the back of the rim. Huffman picked up by Ryan Simets. It's going to be a foul on Ryan. That'll be our 4th team foul. That won't be of the shooting variety. Luke Armstrong comes on the floor for Trace. He'll replace Adam Guthrie. Bodie Wooford, Jax Carroll will replace Eli Ray and Dayton Counter for the Ironmen. Inbounds comes to Bowers. 18 seconds. They can play for the last shot. Always fun to do with a 17-point lead. Bowers through his legs, up top between the circles. Now gets into the lane, knocked out of his hands and out of bounds. Beat Jackson basketball. Good job defensively by Ryan Simets as usual. 4.9 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Dayton Counter comes back in, replacing Ryan. Ryan's given it a great go tonight. He's been sick all week. Ryan's sick, and you can just see he doesn't feel good. Jax Carroll with the basketball, cross midcourt, goes up with the jump shot. Oh, off the rim, just comes out. 3 quarters are in the book. It is the Miami Trace Panthers 58, your Jackson Ironmen 31. 8 more minutes of basketball for the Jackson Ironmen. We'll be back in just 1 minute.
You've changed thousands of diapers, cut off hundreds of crusts, played hours of peekaboo and duck duck goose.
Home. It's your sanctuary. It's pajamas at noon and cookies in the oven. It's fingerprints on the wall and heights measured in a doorway. It's the one place in the world that you know better than. Visit vcnbfamily.bank for our construction special. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Call State Farm agent Dave Strickland in Wellston at 740-384-2809 today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
And affordable service.
This factory has walls, but there's no ceiling.
I went from a dead-end job to endless opportunity.
Join a team where you can use your unique talents to grow both personally and professionally, with advancement opportunities and on-site health clinic, generous retirement benefits. You too can be more at Bellisio Foods. Apply today at BellisioFoods.com/careers. That's BELLISIO Foods.com/careers.
The Jackson High School Ironmen play here. 96.7 WKOV.
Third quarter almost as tough on the Ironmen as the first quarter was. They get outscored 24-10. The lead is 17 by Miami Trace. Miami Trace looks every bit of an undefeated Frontier Athletic Conference team.
I mean, they've been firing all cylinders. You know, we've taken 18 shots from two, and they have 28, you know, and then we've taken 14 threes, which is uncharacteristic. You know, we like making threes and everything, but that's not the type of offense we like to run.
Ironman with first possession, long three by Dayton Counter. It's no good. Offensive rebound by C.J. Crabtree. They'll be the senior leaders next year. There's a three by Jax Carroll. He buries it. 58-34. Jax now has 8 in the contest. Armstrong up top, guarded by Charlie Woodard. Down in the corner. We got a new player into the game. Carter Davidson, he's a sophomore, and I'm telling you, he's a nice little player. Plays on the JV team and substitutes on the varsity. He's going to be a good one.
Yeah.
Turnover by Trace, 58-34. Jackson, see if they can claw their way back in this a little bit. Dayton Counter with the basketball. To Jax. High post to CJ, kicks it across to Charlie Woodard. Open three, off the rim. Rebound chased down by CJ. CJ and Dayton Counter have gotten so much better as this year goes on.
Yeah.
Long three by Jax is good. Jax feeling it. That one was downtown. 58-37. Jax now with 11. Right about his season average. Davidson with the basketball over to Armstrong. Ironmen naturally have to be in a man-to-man defense. Baker. They're playing some minutes here without Mr. Guthrie on the floor. Charlie makes Baker pick up the ball. There's the Armstrong inside the mid lane. Knocks it out of his hands, back in the hands of Baker. They can be patient now with 6:15 to go here in the fourth quarter. Baker up top. Another player, new player in for Trace is Blake Bodeker. He's a senior. Baker picked up by now CJ to Bodeker. Had an older brother from a couple years ago that played. Good football player. It's going to be a foul on Jax Carroll. It'll be his second. Team first, and now more substitutions coming back on. Bowers, Guthrie, Phipps coming in for the Panthers. Davidson will trigger it in on the baseline for Trace. Lobs it out top to Bowers. He should have been a football receiver too, shouldn't he? There's a nice left-handed shot once again by Guthrie. Guthrie surprisingly is right-handed. I think he's made about 6 buckets with his left hand tonight.
Yeah, he's going back and forth.
His hand-eye coordination is outstanding. His feet are good. Jax Carroll now, after hitting a couple threes, limps to the sideline. Jason Crawford going to take a discussion with him. Don't know what it is. Now he's walking back down away from him, so Jax will probably be okay. C.J. Crabtree kicks it across court to Dayton Counter, out of his reach and out of bounds. 5:35 to go here in the fourth quarter. Some of the crowd working their way toward the exits, and my gosh, should we have a crowd tonight.
Yeah.
Not the game they were expecting to see. It's been all Trace. There's Armstrong at the top of the key. Bowers gets it into Guthrie. He goes up strong. Somebody fouled him, but we made him work for it. It's going to go against CJ. It'll be his third. Eli Ray, Waylon DeLong going to come in for the Ironmen. Guthrie with 22 points for the evening. His first free throw. He's missed a few free throws. That's about the only flaw in his game tonight.
Yeah, no, he's been moving around really well, finding open. Like I said, them going to that zone has really kept him fresh for a lot of the game. You know, last time we played him, he had to sub out at least 2 more times in the times tonight. And I think second one was more get some other guys in.
Second free throw, no good. 60-37. Miami Trace. Bodie Wolford with the basketball. Leads the Ironmen with 12 tonight. Jax Carroll has 11. Inside to Eli Ray, but knocked out of his hands into the hands of, here comes Guthrie dribbling down the floor. His throw to Phipps, up and good. Big man thinks he's a point guard. And there's a timeout called by, I think, Coach Ackley. Or no, just maybe a substitution in. Officials stop play. I think Ryan Simons.
I think Ryan got hit in a tough spot.
Yeah, and you can just tell he doesn't feel good now, and he hadn't felt good all night long. But he has gutted it out, as Ryan Simons would do. Guthrie substituted again. Might not see him the rest of the night with this 25-point lead. DeLong with the basketball. Turns it over to Bodie on the right wing, right in front of the Jackson bench. Takes a look, dribbles it in. Goes up strong, lays it up, fights for his own rebound, and there's going to be somebody fouled Bodie. It will not be shooting, so we will take it out on the baseline. 4:33 to go, and I hate to say it, but clock can't go fast enough, can it?
No, yeah, it's really been a rough night for the Ironmen. I think decent game plan, coming in. We had a way to get looks, but the shots, we couldn't get clean shots. And
just no margin of error when we play this team. DeLong with the ball up top. Now over to Dayton Counter. Counter crosses over into the lane. Back to CJ. CJ, long jump shot from outside off the back of the rim, as so many have been tonight. Not for CJ, for the whole team.
Yeah.
Phipps with the drive, the sophomore. Shot is up, draws a foul. He'll be at the free throw line, and that'll be CJ's 4th foul in the contest. 4 minutes, 11 seconds to go in this one. The Ironmen are scheduled to play Tuesday night. First free throw by Phipps is good. That's at Benton County, which is such a fun matchup.
It's a fun matchup. It's
all
going to be
the
tough
time. Let's just see what the weather gods say.
I think they've made a decision. I think if we can get a caravan of ODOT trucks in front and behind, maybe we can get there.
I know Coach Kite and Coach Morrow have already talked it over. It will be rescheduled if it is snowed out because of the weather, because this is just too good a matchup. Nice pass inside to Eli Ray. Goes up strong, and the shot won't go in. Rebound comes down to Armstrong. Like to see the senior Eli get a bucket tonight. Another block shot by CJ. At least 3 tonight for CJ. Has great timing on those. Gets it over Waylon DeLong. DeLong crosses over inside the circle. Kicks it back to CJ. Jump shot top of the key is good. Nice bucket by CJ. He now has 5. 63-40. Just playing with so much more confidence.
Yeah.
Tanner Jenkins into the game for the Ironmen. Always a big factor on that outstanding JV team that the Ironmen have this year. Bowers picked up by Counter. They throw it inside. There's a deflection there off Eli Ray into the hands of Tanner. Tanner gets it to DeLong. DeLong down the lane, goes up strong. Shot partially blocked into the hands of Baker. To Armstrong. Back to Davidson. Long 3. Buries it. You don't see him get a play crunch time minutes, but he's getting some tonight. He is a fine player. I've watched him for a couple years.
Yeah, he's getting in and making the best of it.
Dayton Counter with the basketball. Crosses over, takes a look inside, picks it up, gives it back to CJ. Nation and Fanner will be coming in for the Ironmen. Grant Massey. That throw goes out of bounds. It'll be Trace basketball. Byron Betts. We're basically going to see the JV team right now, and that's who's out there. They'll join Wayland DeLong and Tanner Jenkins. 5 on the floor for Coach Morrow. As we said earlier, JVs did win their middle game in this triple header, 38-31. These 5 young men were the major factors in that one. Huffman at the elbow, his jump shot's up. Byron Betts fighting for the rebound, ends up in the hands of DeLong. Wayland over to Grant Massey. Grant played really well in the JV contest.
Grant's really started coming together this year.
Yes, he did. Fannin drives the baseline, little jump shot on the baseline, no good. Huffman comes down with the rebound. Number 15, Maddox Hernandez in on the floor for Trace. They get it inside to Huffman. Huffman's going to try to muscle his way in there. Falls away with a little 4-foot jump shot. Gets it to go, 68-40. Mercifully, 1:38 to go in this contest. DeLong kicks it out. Turns it over to Grant Massey. To Fannin. This crew, along with CJ in Dayton Counter, going to be a lot of the faces we're going to look at. There's a deep 3 by Wayland DeLong. Offensive player. He's a freshman. Keep an eye on him.
He's an exciting one to watch.
Yes, he is. Back to Bodeker. They get it inside to Huffman. He lays it up and in. The 6'6" frame right now is by far the tallest man on the floor. 70-43. Wayland takes another 3. It's up. It's good. Barry's back-to-back threes. Under a minute to go. 45 seconds. Clock running. Bodeker with the basketball. He shoots one from almost half court. No good. Rebound comes down to DeLong. Gets it to Grant Massey. We're at 30 seconds. See if Grant can get a shot up. Nope, gets it to Byron Betts, goes up strong, lays it up and in. Nice move to the bucket. Whistle blows just for a substitution as Dane Wilt will come in. He's a junior for Miami Trace, replacing Huffman. 23 seconds to go, 70-48. 22-point lead for Trace, and they have been outstanding tonight. Substitution comes in for Davidson. He gets a round of applause. Number 14 is Charlie Anderson, has the basketball. Now gives it up for Trace to Hernandez. Evan Parsley, another junior. Gonna let it run out. Jackson's not gonna foul. 5 seconds on the clock. Now we'll see Bodeker hold on to it for the last 5 seconds, and this one is in the books. Is the Miami Trace Panthers now going to 13-2 on this season, but more importantly, 7-0 in the Frontier Athletic Conference, defeating our Jackson Ironmen 70-48. Stay with us for the Apple City Wholesalers postgame show. We will talk with Coach Morrow. I'm sure he won't be thrilled to talk about this one. And we will discuss happenings of tonight's game and what's on the future for Jackson Ironmen and Jackson Iron Lady basketball. We'll be back.
When your vehicle or semi finds itself stuck on the road, call the rescue team at Angles Garage and Wrecker Service, located at 10992 Chillicothe Pike in Jackson. They provide 23.5 hours of damage-free towing and recovery service. Whether you need roadside service, a tow, or repairs, you can count on their team to get the job done. Angles Garage and Wrecker Service is also an authorized U-Haul dealer. Call Angles Garage and Wrecker Service
Dave's and Son Cleaning Service wants you to know that there is a simple solution to all your cleaning needs. Call
Cosmetics
Dave's
is
and
an
Son
upscale,
Cleaning Service
modern,
at 286-4280.
permanent
No,
makeup
really,
studio
that's the
specializing in
solution.
brows, eyeliner,
They don't
and
cut
lip
corners.
work. Whether you're an
They clean.
experienced artist looking to take your
likely
skills
one
and
of your
business to
most
the next
important
level, or
assets.
someone looking for a
Edward
career
Jones can help
change,
you
we offer
understand how
training
your
for everyone.
retirement assets
Sign up to learn all of
fit into your
Paisley's
entire
permanent makeup
retirement
techniques
picture.
and business
Contact
tips.
me,
Paisley Permanent
Chad
Cosmetics
Niddle,
is
your
located
Jackson
above
Edward
Miguel
Jones
Christian
financial
Salon at
advisor
117 Burlington Road in Jackson. Message us on Facebook or text 740-418-2024 today.
Ready to help you not only find a property,
Time to level up your credit card potential. Now through December 31st, Ohio Valley Bank is doubling the points earned on all purchases made with your OVB credit card. That's right, double the points. Don't have an OVB Visa Platinum Rewards card? Well, now's the perfect time to get one. Apply online at www.ovbc.com or stop by your nearest Ohio Valley Bank office to pick up an application today. Ohio Valley Bank, community first.
Good people bring good people.
Step into the charm of Archinetti, located in a beautiful 1800s colonial-style house at 181 East Main Street in Jackson. Open Tuesday through Saturday with 3 daily off-the-menu lunch and dinner specials. Archinetti's prides itself in providing you with a fresh and delicious homemade meal each and every time. Archinetti, where history meets great food.
Good people bring good people.
At Buckeye Construction and Restoration, it's the foundation of our projects and our company. BCR offers competitive salaries, professional development opportunities, and an employee referral bonus program. Visit BCRMCO.com to apply. BCR, preserving our history with the hands of craftsmen.
And hard work.
When your vehicle or semi finds itself stuck on the road, call the rescue team at Angles Garage and Wrecker Service, located at 10992 Chillicothe Pike in Jackson. Call Angles Garage and Wrecker Service at 577-3636. Let's hook up.
Pride in what you build. Apply today with Bremar Construction, where hard work truly pays off. Call 740-286-2110.
Iron City Implement at the corner of Broadway and Water Streets in Jackson is your one-stop spot for keeping your life on track and moving. Whether it's home or commercial, Iron City Implement has you covered with quality Napa brand auto parts and more. They have all the tools to make that job easier and done right. Milwaukee powered tools, gas powered generators, tools and parts and products you may have never even thought you needed. Need a special part you just can't seem to find anywhere else? There's a good chance that you'll find it at Iron City Implement.
Robotic surgery, advanced imaging, cutting-edge cancer care, and integrated telehealth. These are several state-of-the-art technologies available at Holzer Health System. Our game-changing advancements provide quality outcomes, which means you return to living your life sooner. With innovative technologies close to home, we are taking local health care to the next level. When it comes to your health, think Holzer first.
Home, it's your sanctuary. It's pajamas at noon and cookies in the oven. It's fingerprints on the wall and heights measured in a doorway. It's the one place in the world that you know better than anyone else. Vinton County National Bank wants to help you build that messy, wonderful, cherished place where you can live a life you love for years to come. That's our promise. VCNB, here for you now, here for your future. Visit vcnbfamily.bank for our construction special. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
ERA Martin & Associates is your local connection to buying and selling real estate. They have a team of great agents ready to help you not only find a property, but actually buy it. There are a lot of steps involved in buying or selling real estate, and it's important to work with an agent you trust to guide you through. ERA agents are extensively trained, and that training never ends because you are too important. ERA Martin & Associates, with offices in Jackson and Wellston, wishing all of our local athletes great success.
Brian Moore Construction specializes in turnkey construction, room additions, kitchen and bathroom remodels, as well as residential and commercial roofing. They also do silicone
Dave's and Son Cleaning Service wants you to know that there is a simple solution to all your cleaning needs. Call Dave's and Son Cleaning Service at 286-4280. No, really, that's the solution. They don't cut corners. They clean.
Your
Call
401k
today
is likely
for a
one
free
of your most
estimate.
important assets. Edward Jones can help you understand how your
740-418-6140.
retirement assets.
Hello, Osborne Equipment Service.
I need to order. Contact me,
We don't have any
Chad
pizza.
Niddle, your Jackson Edward Jones
We don't have
financial
any food.
advisor.
I think you might have the wrong number.
286-4872.
We do with parts and service for trucks, trailers, buses, and RVs, and we're family owned and operated. We don't do food, but I've got a truck, so I can go pick up a pizza if you want.
It's important to work with an agent you trust to guide you through.
Diesel specialist since 1979. Osborne Equipment Service in Jackson, Ohio. Call 800-937-3501.
There's no ceiling.
Here, my
The
idea
Jackson
is
High School
Join a team where you
Ironmen
can
play
use your
here.
unique talents to grow
96.7
both personally and
WKOV.
professionally. Apply today at
We're still here at Jackson High School Gymnasium, and we are being entertained by our award-winning group of competition cheerleaders. They're getting one of their last practices in tonight, JJ, as they head to Orlando Wednesday or Thursday this week with the time frame there. So this was special. And, you know, I'll tell you what's really nice, because there was a huge crowd here tonight, and so many of the Jackson fans have stayed to cheer on this group of cheerleaders.
Yeah, it's great to see the whole community support. You know, obviously come out for the basketball team, but then knowing with this performance going on afterwards, you know, they've stayed to see them perform and their routine that they're going to do at Nationals down in Orlando. So I think they're really going to miss the snow and everything. They're going to get a little taste of it before heading to warmer weather. So
they're going to get a big taste of it, and then they get to go to Florida. So it's not bad.
It's not bad.
Not bad. And the man you replaced tonight, Mr. P. Wilson's getting a little Florida flavor here later on a much-needed vacation. We're going to give him a couple days off, but I sure appreciate you pinch hitting for me tonight. And you tried to keep a little scoring and so on going on. So whatever you're looking at, give us some numbers there. It wasn't a pretty night. Jackson falls to defeat by a score of 70-48. But it was all Miami Trace from the start. They were nearly flawless. The Ironmen could get nothing going.
No.
They fought their way back, clawed their way back, but the closest they really got after that early lead was 11 points, and Trace seemed to have an answer for every time we made something happen.
Yeah, we had that nice run in the second quarter where it really felt like, you know, I mean, just kind of, we made them stagger. You know what I mean? You see a heavyweight bout, and sometimes one guy really has it on the night. And like I said, we were missing Steven. Simons wasn't feeling very well. And, you know, when you get late in the season, those things happen. So, but credit to the Panthers. I mean, they're firing all cylinders. They've obviously, you know, really looked in the mirror after those two losses and what kind of team and how they want to play. So we're looking at the stats tonight. Charlie Woodard, he had 8. Ryan Simons had 4. Bodie had 12. Jax had 11. You know, hit some big threes there at the end.
And as you said, that is typical Jackson Ironman scoring. Problem was it wasn't a good night for us, but we do have balanced scoring, and that's one of our strengths for this season.
And one of the things I noticed, you know, in looking at stats, you know, as the season, and it was a little over halfway. It was after the last game, so like 13 games. We have 3 guys averaging over 10 points a game. And so it's great seeing, you know, the ball spread around and stuff. But, you know, CJ had 5 in there too. CJ had, I believe, 3 or 4 blocks tonight.
I can remember 3 for sure.
I have 4 down here, and I thought he had all of them, but I believe one of those may have been Charlie. I remember he got ahead of there. So, yeah. But then on the other side, you know, it was really a 2-man show for a lot of the points. You know, Gage Bowers had 17 and 5 assists, and I think
he's only a sophomore.
He's only a sophomore.
Is he a player.
He is such an athlete, a great player. I have 5 assists, but it feels like there were 20 the way he was moving the ball around. Guthrie came in with 22 points. All of them, I think, were within about 3 feet of the basket or closer. And, you know, thing is, I tracked as many rebounds I kept on. Like I said, Pete's a wizard to be able to keep everything on that special yellow notepad. He's the best stat man in Mississippi. You know, maybe if I go to the other side, you know, I might have a chance. But no, it was definitely a lot of scoring tonight by them. And then, you know, we were kind of cold from field. You know, we had 43 shots and only made 18. They had 42 and made 30. You know, that's a big difference.
Yeah, they were nearly flawless. If I can borrow your headset, we are going to get a chance to talk to Coach Morrow, and I'm sure this is not what you'd love to be doing at this moment, but Coach, you took on a team that was almost flawless tonight.
That was one of the best games I've seen them play this year, and I'm sure Coach Ackley would say that, but they were prepared, they were ready for us, and they took it to us tonight, and that's all right. It's one game. You know, we told our guys in the locker room, you know, it sucks that this is so-called senior night, even though we got a lot of home games left. But, you know, we'll reassess. You know, we got a lot of stuff to work on, you know, and for what they do to us. And it's about matchups. It was a bad matchup tonight, and I think, I swear, we saw their best game of the season. They were very, very good tonight, shot it well, and when they didn't shoot it, they were shooting a 2-footer, and we were double-teaming and trying to fight for a backside rebound, and it just seemed to be in their hands all night long.
You know, and beyond, we've earned this respect. But I think we've seen two teams play their best game of the season against us here recently, and that's Chillicothe and Miami Trace, literally back-to-back games.
Yeah, and we can't make any excuses for what happened. I think everybody in our locker room, we all agreed we didn't play our best. We can play much better, and they played a flawless game tonight. And we got to give them credit when credit is due, and that's Coach Ackley. They were prepared. They looked forward to this one, and so did we. But it wasn't our night tonight, and had a few outside distractions. We couldn't get a practice in on Wednesday, Thursday out of school, so just some things that went on. We had a player injured, that wasn't in our starting lineup, that wasn't in the rotation tonight. But, at the end of the day, it's 32 minutes of basketball still, and we still have to do the little things right, and we just didn't do as many of those as we needed to be successful tonight.
How about a shout out to Ryan Simons? Played tonight, not feeling well. You could see it, but he never gives up.
No, and I'll tell you, this senior group, as special as they are, we talked about that in the locker room post game. They've not been in any games like this. This and then probably their sophomore year in the tournament against Warren are the only two games that we were completely out of going into the fourth quarter. Other than that, they've been in every game their high school career, and that's something to be said about, the type of guys they are, the effort that they give, the heart that they play with. But tonight wasn't our night, and, a great thing about basketball is we got a game scheduled for Tuesday, Friday, Saturday next week. Obviously, we know impeding weather coming probably this weekend, and who knows about Tuesday. We're all kind of prepared to, find another date for that one if need be. But these guys are gamers, and they'll be back. We told them, hey, one good thing about tonight, it's over. Go get some pictures, stay together, enjoy your friendships that you have playing a sport that you love together. And let's take all weekend and let's not even think about basketball. Let's take 2 days to just relax, get healthy. And when we get back, whether that's Monday or sometime next week, let's get back and let's get refocused for the long stretch run of the end of the season and a tournament run.
Coach, appreciate it. Bad weather coming, and it was a tough one tonight. But we talked about it in your pregame show. Once again, let's honor those 6 seniors that you got to shake hands with and their parents tonight in the pregame.
Absolutely. And again, and I'll mention them many more broadcasts from now, sure. But, because we got many left. But, again, it's a weird situation that we're doing a senior night this early in the season. But, those 6 guys deserve to be honored. 5 of them have been with the program all 4 years, all 6 years, junior high included. And then Eli Ray, multiple years here in high school, and has really just accepted a role. Eli Ray, Charlie Woodard, Bodie Wolford, Stephen Jenkins, Jax Carroll, Ryan Simons, I'm thankful to be able to coach them. I'm blessed to have guys like that want to be here and compete as hard as they do. And hopefully some of these younger guys are looking in the junior high level and beneath, and even some of our JV and freshmen are looking up to these guys thinking, I want to play as hard as those guys and with as much fight as they do on pretty much every night.
If you know any of those 6 guys, you're going to like those 6 guys. They're those kind of kids.
Yep, they're good group, and I'm proud of them, and their parents should be proud of them. And obviously not the outcome we wanted tonight, but again, 11-3. Many basketball teams out there would love to trade places with us right now. It's one game. We got to get better, and we will get better, and we'll get better in practice next week. And we're not waiting for another game. It's the next game's going to be coming sooner than we think, and we got plenty of them left on the schedule.
Coach, thanks so much for talking to us.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate
it. Better time coming. The Jackson Ironmen, as we said, fall to defeat tonight. JJ, a big thank you to you for stepping in for Pete, and we sure enjoyed it. I mean, the game wasn't a highlight, but, the sitting here with you is always fun. You're a basketball man, and appreciate you also helping out on the lower level program with our 8th grade team this year.
Yeah, no, it's been great volunteering and helping Coach Morgan out. He really does great with those kids, and also Coach Boggs with the 7th grade. It's great seeing, those guys coming up through the program, being excited about basketball, learning to play together and everything, and I've coached this 8th grade group, helping out or head coaching them through travel ball since 2nd grade and all the way through. So it's going to be really excited to see them get to play in the big gym next year. time's a thief, so they just keep marching forward. So
yep, they do. The next broadcast is Jackson traveling to Vinton County. We won't do it, but Vinton County would be broadcasting that one. That takes place Tuesday if that game can take place. And then we will be broadcasting our Jackson Iron Ladies, who will face Hillsboro on Wednesday night. And it's my understanding that will be senior night for our girls basketball team. So broadcasts on the way later that week. Jackson, as Coach said, will be at we'll have Greenfield at home on Friday night and then at Waverly on Saturday night. So a lot of basketball is still coming our way, and we slowly starting to think about sectional district type drawing coming in the next couple weeks. So for JJ Milliken,
and thanks for having me, Dan. Thanks for the question. I know you asked me before the game, and I had a little taste of football earlier this year with Jaron and everything, and I did a game with Liam last year. So I don't know if Dad was listening from his years in the radio and stuff, but I told Bob Grillo years ago when I was at Vinton County, he asked me to interview at the halftime. I said, this is the shortest time I've ever going to be on the radio. I guess I proved myself wrong. But thanks for having me out here.
And we do appreciate it. And so Reed Fain, our board up, we appreciate his efforts. This is Dan Morrow saying good night, everybody.
96.7 WKOV. 80s, 90s now.
Thanks for watching Jackson Sports Network, brought to you by Rent to Own on Pregame Sports Media.